Okay, before we start, please make sure you submit the attendance. Alright, for today's tutorial, it's about sequence diagram part 2. I think I already assigned some group, right? Forgot already. Which group?
My group.
Who is that mine?
Azani, I've already uploaded the answer on Teams. Fine.
Aziani.
Nur Aziani Farhi.
No, Aziani. Okay. Wait. Alright. Okay. Let's look at your answer. How can I do this? Okay. Okay. So first I have to go to File and then Tutorial 8. Okay, so this is your answer. The other group, there is another group, right? From this session.
Yes, Dr. It's my group.
Can you upload your answer so that I can download?
Okay, I'll upload as a PDF.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think I should do something. Download, is it? It's very slow. Cannot download. Wait, I'm trying to download Jen's answer. Wait, tak boleh, cannot. Because I need to compare the answer. 1, 2, download. Lambat tak download. Kan dah download lah. Download. Boleh pun. Why? Is there any way that I can download this? Let me check. Tak pun. Can you all give the answer through Telegram? I'm afraid it's because of the Teams.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Jenny, can you do the same?
Okay.
I think the first question is quite straightforward. We have done last week. We want to focus the rest of question number 2, 3, and 4. Number 4 is a little bit different because it's a programming code. Okay, I got Daniel's answer. Okay. And I can open my Dropbox. There. No. What? What? As a new document. Import to 2002. Okay, I got the new answer. Jenny still uploading
Yes.
Okay. So this is the answer for Daniel, right? Screen start broadcast. Okay. Bahira, you can see. Nampak tak? Sekejap Okay. Okay. Someone, can you please off your microphone while I am explaining? Thank you. Where is my pen? I lost my pen. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got Azia. Oh, Aziani, I cannot do. Oh, I can. Download. Okay. And then, how? Tengoklah. Bye-bye. Okay, we have to be patient with this technology. Okay, go to tutorial A. Where is it now? Okay. Is my goodness. Okay, we will stop for a while. As a note, document import. Okay, I got both answers. All right. Okay. So I share again. Start broadcast. My goodness. Okay. Now you can see two answers from two groups. Are all your members here? Are all your members here? Daniel, Aziani?
Yes, I think so. I'm pretty sure they are.
I think so.
Because this answer should not be from you now. It's from all of your members as well. Okay, never mind. Let's start. So first question. Okay, this one again, just like I said, it's from the previous tutorial, so it's quite straightforward. What you have to do is you just add another new requirement to show if it's invalid, right? This one, customer did not enter the name of one press button and display an error, blah blah blah. So okay, so Daniel straight away cannot log in ke? Muhammad Ilham.
Pada time?
Never mind. Why do you share spectrum with me? Okay, never mind. Daniel's group straight away answer through the diagram, the sequence diagram. But then Azani give the object and type of class. Okay, so this question asks you to say specify the actor and type of analysis class, which class belongs to, and draw a sequence diagram for this scenario. Okay, so this one, it means that actually you don't really need to have this table. Okay, this is optional. But if let's say this question come out in the exam, you can straight away draw the sequence diagram. Okay, because the question actually wants you to draw a sequence diagram. Okay, so based on this table, it's very straightforward lah. You got this one, validate search, catalog, result, validate search. However, for this one, it's not supposed to be under main flow. This one should be another table, right? Is alternate, or you can say what another one? Exception now. Exception flow. All right, and it's not number 5. This one is meant for number 2, right? At step 2, you can say 2.1 and if the blah 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 blah. Right? It should be that way. It's just like the one you did for your use case description. Okay, and then for the diagram. Okay. Why do you have loop, Daniel? Why do you have loop? It's quite straightforward actually.
Hello, doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we put the loop over there because in the question it specifies that if the customer did not enter the name of the author before pressing the search button, then the system displays the error message and it tells the customer to re-enter the author name. So every single time that error occurs, it will prompt the customer to put the author name again.
Oh.
Yeah, that was our viewpoint on that.
You mean you're going to use while loop, is it?
Yeah.
Then your code is not a very good code. Because it's very straightforward. You just go search the author. If it's correct, then correct lah. If it's not correct, if it's enter wrong author or there is no author entered, then display error. You just say if else. If you put while, it's the same thing. I know syntax wise is correct. You cannot see the syntax, but then it's not a good programming practice. You know, when you use while, you do not take algorithm yet. Have you taken algorithm class?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Loop is producing more memory consumption. We try to avoid that.
All right.
But then you cannot avoid lah. But if it's very straightforward, it's better avoid. Okay. So you just like this Arziani's group answer. What is this? Search by author, and then if it's correct, create the search result page, and then it will display result. See, if you go to display result, it goes back to where? To the search page, right? When you go to search page, it means that your alternate is up to here. This. Okay. And then if it's on author name is empty, then display error. The display error is not at the control. Control meant for algorithm. It is not an interface. Right, display is about interface. So you have to go back. This one should be the other side. Wait, I have to stop presenting. You see? Okay, so the author name is empty, then the display error, it should be at the search page because it says right. Where is it? It says that search result on the search page. Okay, this one. So if we go back to, for error, if we go back to here, search page here. How about a Daniel scope? Why why is it so complicated? The answer is so simple, you know. Now I got display straight away. This one correct lah. But then the other one, no, except this part lah. The loop. The answer is very simple. It's just like this. Okay. You get everything. Right, this one, search page, and then this is the control for validation, and then you got, catalog. Catalog is like this. I always forgot this one. Catalog, alright, and then you have all of this. Okay, and then what you can do is, okay, it goes to the search page first. So this one, search author. So what happened here is, it will check whether it's a value or not. So it will go to this part. Alright, so this one is to validate. Okay. Alright. I want to ask you, is it compulsory to put this? Is it compulsory to put this one? The bracket? No, correct. I received some comments from other group, not this group lah. You know, they say that exam question come up more than what you have in the PowerPoint slide. Of course lah. My justification, you are a university student, by right you search more. That's why when I explain to you, there are some information that you won't get it from the PowerPoint slide. It's at least, you know. So so you have to be careful. You have to search. If you got no choice, go find the ebook. You are computer science, hack the ebook, you know, or you go to the bookstore, find the UML textbook, and then share with your friend. Don't be selfish. If one of you found some books, ebooks or whatever, share with your friend. There's nothing wrong about that. Okay. If you are, if you are not in the MCO situation, actually I got some book where my students always borrow from me, but unfortunately we don't have that luxury now. So we have to figure it out. Okay. Next is validate. Then once you validate, you will go back to this one, best scenario. Okay, best scenario. So if we check the catalog, right? Once it's checked the catalog, this one, what does it say by searching the catalog? Okay. All right, search the catalog. This one, and then it will come up with the result. Okay, so if it's okay, then you will have this. Okay, some of you last time asked me about shouldn't be is something like this. Yes, you can. It doesn't matter actually. Okay, search result. Okay, and then create. Okay, so once you have this, then I already explained why we change to this one. So it's a synchronous message, right? So it will create search result, and then after that it will pass back the information. Okay, so how it pass back the information is by display through the search page. Okay, search page. So I have to. There are some students stop it here and then dot doesn't matter. I don't, because for activation I'm not really, there are so many arguments, so I don't really care about the activation. Okay, but the flow must be correct. All right. Some people say it must stop there and then continue. Some people say it must continue until the end. With so many explanations for that. Okay, and then you display. Aziani come up with the correct one. So you display. Okay. So once you display, okay, and then that's it lah. Search page display. Okay. Last time we got problem with return back to the actor. Do you remember? And then we come up with I think your group. And then we come up with a display to the search page, and then maybe we got dispatch function to the actor, correct? Okay, I just found this information. You display back to the search page, and then it also will go back to the actor. It means this one becomes synchronous. What information that they are looking for? What exactly? Book right. Book info. I think so. This is just book, right? Based on author. So what exactly the author received? So then we don't have that argument on display. The display go back to the search page, just like in the sentence, in the case study, and then what the customer will get, the book information, right? Or you can put book, okay, doesn't matter. All right, so this one search by author. Bracket there. Okay. Okay, so this is the best scenario. So we got else. So if the customer did not enter the name of an author before pressing the search button, so we have another one, which is, okay, my argument is like this. Create display. If it's not valid, it will go back to this. I'm not looking at somewhere. Validate search. Okay. I put it here, like, you understand, right? Due to limited space. Okay, so search. Go down a little bit. No, cannot. How to do this? Cannot. It is annoying. Sorry ya. Saya suruh hang bagi I salah jawapan. Then I have to do this. Okay, validate search criteria. So we got these two situations. Berapa lagi? Berapa lagi? No. Somewhat. Okay. So we got alternate here. So search author. You go to this one. Search author. Okay. So if it's no author provided, then it will go to display error. Where did I put my answer? Search page. Like this and like this. For this one, we go next. Display, validate, search. Display, error. Okay? Validate, display error. So if we return back error, this one validate image is like this. Okay, display. So first customer search the author and validate. So if there is an author's name, then it will go to search catalog. If it's after validate, if the search author without name, and then it will display error. This is, and then it means the customer will get the error information lah. Then it has to do a search again using author's name. So it means that this search, I cannot put author here, just search. So it depends whether the customer put author or not. If it's with author, like this one. Okay, if it's with author, where is my answer just now? Dah bilang. Astaghfirullah. Where is it? Okay, so this one with author. Okay, this one without. Okay. So when the customer search, if there is a author's name provided, then it will validate and then blah blah blah. If it's not, then the customer will get the display error to enter the author's name. That's it. Question?
Doctor, I have a question. For the display area tu, kalau if we do not put the loop back error, I mean just go from the search page to the customer, tak ada error yang patah balik tu.
Search page to customer. Okay, boleh je. It's okay. Instead of that one, you will have something like this. Okay. See it like this?
Yes. And then if I do not create the result search page pun okay kan? I mean from catalog.
This one?
No, result search page. yang create
Result.
ni.
This display this one.
Yang you create. Yang you create tu, kalau I tak create, I just catalog to the customer. After the searching, just display the message from catalog to
Oh,
the
this
customer.
one. Oh, okay. This. This one is also optional. Yes. If you do not create and then you just pass back to the search page, it's also acceptable. Yes, correct.
And the arrow can go straight to customer kan? If I do not
Okay.
do it.
At this point, I can accept whether how arrow goes back. Okay, in the display situation. Okay, in the display situation, whether you want to go to the page, which is boundary, or you want to go to the customer, actor, I can accept. Okay, but then regardless whether you want to use this or you want to use this, make sure whether you use synchronous or asynchronous. Okay, because it will determine your synchronous and asynchronous, so be careful. Because when you have this, right, so you will have this. This one is compulsory. Okay, so again, about the display to the actor, whether you want to go back the display back to the page or you want it to go back to the actor, I can accept. Both is acceptable. Both is acceptable. Alright. Because at the end I have to check your message, what message passing. Okay. But then you have to check this. You must double check your synchronous and asynchronous message. Any other questions? Optional for this case? No, cannot. Because this one is a matter of, because when you want to search, you must put something. It's a if-else situation. It's optional. It's a situation where that thing happen. It's not like due to the first one, you know. It got nothing to do with the first one. It's something else, not optional. Not optional. Optional is different. It's just like last time the example say we have the option to submit confirmation to the manager or not. It got nothing to do with the previous operation, the previous flow. You see, there is something else. But it's not compulsory, but it can happen. Something like that. This one is like situation where when you want to search, okay, we are playing with the parameter. So it means there is a yes or no. So optional is not an answer for this. It's a definitely alternate. Any other question? Bila nak siap baru soalan pertama. You on kan? Okay. So second question. Macam mana aku nak buat ni ya? Tadi dah nampak dah. Rasa dah macam ni. I have to open You are sharing your screen now, but I cannot see. Why I cannot see over there? What goes? Okay. All right. Okay. So next question. You are asked to develop a library LIS for a public library. Okay, this is a scenario. All right. Okay. For this one, okay, books are written through, okay, what is your answer? Okay, no. Okay. Alright, we have a situation. Okay, books are written through a collection box at the library entrance. Oh, pandai pula. Okay. The library assistant, library. Why you put librarian, not library assistant? Why? Why do you change? There is a library assistant, not librarian. Key in the ID of the return book at the check-in page in order to check in the book. Okay, check-in book. Insert book detail. Never mind lah. Okay. Check-in page. Okay. Daniel, do not use this. This one is the class in the class diagram. This is sequence diagram. Okay, you cannot use this. It's a wasting space. You just use the normal box like this. Okay?
All right, got it.
Alright, and then, okay, then the system retrieve the book detail from database using the book ID. Okay, so retrieve book. Retrieve book. Then the system display the book detail, due date, book loan. Oh, okay. So never mind lah, retrieve book as a control Okay. Okay. So book checker. Okay. Okay. Alright. Good. And then it says that display the book. Okay. Then we check through a table. This one is wrong. Right. It should be like this. Okay, the name of the table, book. So you put there book, and then this one is because she wants to show the object, so a book doesn't matter lah. All right, and then okay, search book through the table. Okay, this one okay lah. Get details from the table, doesn't matter. And then the system display the book detail. And the book, okay. So it's written back. Book detail. Okay, this one, okay. Get book and then return book details. And then it will display book details. Right. Display book details, book detail, how to say, This one, I understand, but you cannot put like this. Kecil sikit listen. Return. Detail. And then this one. Display lah. Display. The detail. Okay. Right. This one, Daniel, straight away go to the, okay, it's just like this. By program code wise. You have a function to check through a database, and then if it's okay, if you can get the information, it will pass back to the algorithm, right? It will go back to the algorithm. And then that algorithm as a written value. So once you got this, then it will display. That information will be used by the boundary to display. Okay, it should be like this. Return and display. And then after that, we have a situation where it will check due date. Check due date, How can you do that? Oh, straight away create generate find record. But okay, calculate find. Because when you search and then return detail and then display, if there is in the detail there is a due, then it will calculate find, right? Then calculate find record, check due date. It will not check through the display, through that information, through the written information. Then you know there is something due. It's a due date. Okay, the book is due. So but however, in the page, what the customer will see is the detailed information about the book. And then at that time, then he can see that, oh, this book is overdue. Then if it's overdue, then you don't need to check. The checking is already done at this point. Return, search at this point. Okay? And then once they see the information, if there is a due, then it will calculate fine. This one calculate fine, create fine, doesn't matter lah. Generate fine record. This one something like this. This one is okay. Where is your this? Where is your this? Okay. So in this case, Aziani, your group, this one is not a control. Actually, is another table, and then it's a record term. It's over here. Fine. Record. It should be calculate. Find something inside. It's a created one. It should be like this. Yeah. Calculate. I use your answer. This one is correct. But then this fine. Okay, it's like this. This one by right inside. Ni inside here. Inside here. Saya nak buat ni. Faham kan? Faham, doktor? Okay, never mind lah. Saya tanya, saya jawab. Dah lagi pun. Macam-macam masalah. Inside here. Okay, and then record. It will just and then the calculate. Okay, calculate file record. This one you don't have. That one is I can accept lah this. Maybe you want to save it again in the book, doesn't matter. And then if return late. Okay, it's not and display book details. And then display book details. Okay. Display book details. Why suddenly from there? Cannot lah. Tak faham. I don't understand. Record. How do you do? Muhammad Luqman. Find record. Can lah. But you are missing some information. And then straight away display check-in, display due date, display. Okay. It should be like this. Tengok UI answers. Calculate find, create, calculate find, and then after that, bawah tak nampak. That's all? It's not finished. It's not finished yet. Wait, let me share you my answer. Okay, done. Save to photo. And then nak buat. And then, sekejap, sabar. Airdrop. Tak nampak Okay, question. There are two answers actually. The op is not compulsory. There are some interpretation that some students will argue that this situation is not optional, blah, blah, blah. I can accept. Okay. But actually, if you really read, it sounds like you need optional. But that's why I give you this. If you do not want to use op, it's also fine. The library assistant enter the book ID to check in, and then it will check in through the control. Okay. So the control algorithm has to check the information through the database, book data, and then it will return the book details. So the book details, you got display book details and display due date. Okay. So the information that the library assistant got is the book details and due date. This is the one that I told you from the previous question. The book details and due date number 7 is not the interface. It's just the information as a person, what information that you get. These two things lah. So in the situation where the due date is overdue, so the check-in control, you will create fine. Okay, so this create fine is through another table. Okay, and then you have to check in the book. Okay, then check in the book lah. Check in the book, so it will update the book table. So it means you already return back the book. So then after that, it will display information. Okay, check in finish. Check in this situation is you want to return the book, return a book. Okay. The message name is changed accordingly lah, but then it's more or less like this. Most of the time, student will miss the check-in, number 9. I understand if you miss that part. That's why most of you will got display right straight away. Once you create fine, then that's it lah, and then you will display. Then it's fine. So that check-in number 9. Most of the time you will miss that. It's okay. I understand. But then it's number 10 display. You must have. Okay. It's not compulsory. Number is not compulsory, but it will help you to understand the flow. 1, 2, 3. By right, the number must be exactly the same as the one you have in the use case description. So if you have use case for this, it means that your main flow has 11 steps. Okay. Any other questions? Alright, so we go back to the next one. Sorry. Okay, question number 3. What is your answer? Yes. Okay. So, okay. That one is Aljani's answer for system level. Straightforward, right? Okay, and then you just put loop. Okay lah, both are correct. Alright, it's very straightforward. Okay, so both are correct. Okay, and then question number 4. Okay, this is a program code. Let's see how did you do. Oh, okay. Kenapa ada pusing-pusing? Okay, so it starts with, so you stay with driver. Okay, driver. Oh, yalah, correct juga. Main Main. Oh, the main function. Okay, get it. Okay, okay, you have driver. Correct lah, driver, both driver, D. Okay, D. What do you get D? There is a D down there. Okay. And then, both are the same. So you have same understanding. Okay. And then from run to new same container. Same thing. Same container. New. And then new. Okay. And then you have add. Add one. Add one is this. Add one. Oh, okay. Add one. Add one. Where is your add one? Add one. Then add one is add one, add two. Add lah basically. It's under run. It's under run. Who is doing the add? It's B. B is string container. Okay. Okay, then show you question. Okay. Okay, class driver, main thing driver. Okay. You don't need main. Main is compulsory. So it's just like this. If you don't have main, basically it will not run. So we straight away go what's inside the main. Okay, so inside the main is we have a driver. So the driver will run. So it starts with run by driver. Okay. And then the driver, okay, run. So what's inside the run? Run will add one. Add one comes from string container. So you have string container. Right. Okay lah. Add inside string container. Correct. Okay, and then we go to here. Okay, so this one is add. Oh, tak buat lagi. Add one. Add one. Tolonglah kita. Okay, so add one string container. So with the add, where is add? Add, we got function initial, right? So in the string container, we have function. We call add one, which still come from B. B is a string container. So we go back to the string container. So at the string container, there is a function add. Okay, in the function add, we have initial. So D is for initial. Alright. So from the initial, and then we have V add. Okay, so V add is a vector. Alright, so that's why you have vector here. This one you get that right? I don't like that because it makes us confused. So we just do like this. Okay, for new. And then after that, we have add as, add another one. Add, just like you did lah. Add another, add as. Okay. So then after that, what happened? You will go back to the add two. Add two comes from driver. This is the one that you can break because driver stop. Is it stop? I don't want to say stop. Stop means it's disrupt. It's not disrupting. So then we go to another one. Add two. After that, we go to here. Add two. So you don't have your add two. After add two, again it will do the same thing. Initial. Then after initial, it will add access. Add S, I guess. Because my answer also is not correct. Something. Okay. So then after that, remove. After add S, so come here again. Remove one. Okay. And then after that, again remove. Where is remove? In the remove, they got initial. Then do initial. And then in the remove as well, they got return. Remove. Remove. S. Tambah lagi. So I can draw this. This one. Yeah. Then lah. Am I missing something? For add 2, it will not do anything in the initial method. Add 2 is not in the initial method. Then init. We got init and add. So this is how it looks like. Initial, new, create vector, add one, vector, add S. S string go to S1. Oh, S is referring to 1. So 1. Oh. So this one, they got 1, they got 2, they got remove 1. Okay. S referring to the string. Okay. Okay. Well, double check. Add 1, initial, new, add S refer to 1, and then done. Then go back to add 2, 2 go back to string container, initial, add S to the vector. S referring to 2. Okay. So, and then remove 1, B. B is container, remove, and we got initial, and then remove S, 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 1. That's all. Question? No. There's no if, so you cannot have. One thing about program code, when you have to draw program code for sequence diagram, it's very straightforward. You cannot create, you cannot assume, it must exactly from the program code lah. Okay. Alright, thank you for both group. Basically, I know what you lack of understanding at least. Yes, what is it about sequence diagram, Uy? Correct. One reference frame can only refer to one sequence diagram. Yes. One sequence, that sequence diagram refer to a use case. Then you have, that's why we have reference, the REF, the REF one. You sometimes they include, you trigger the, you have the main use case, and then that main use case we call another include, right? So the main use case, you will have reference, REF. The one like this?
Doctor, I have one question. Regarding the diagram I sent in the chat, for I translate the method init because the method init it said that if vector equals to null, then is create new vector. So can I translate that into the, as you can see, I do the optional box.
Oh, the below one. If it's equal to null, then you go to create vector.
Then because you repeat the method init and so I just make the one optional. If vector equals to null, then they create new vector as I send to you.
You translate that one.
Yes.
What is wrong with diagram? Vector. Initial go, and then what is your initial? But you don't have your initial. previous before that create is initial lah, I assume. It means you are suggesting something like this. OPT and V equal to null. Can lah. Yeah, we create now. Yeah, I missed that one. Thank you. Interesting. But you must
So
have.
okay lah with the answer ke I need to change something?
You need to change your answer. Basically, it's wrong except for the optional one. But then when you have that initial, you will go back to at 2. You will go to initial. Initial go back again to op. Op is happen. Op is happen every time. Every time in here. In that case, every time you will have this. Kan?
But it will go through the optional box first kan? Before the add and remove. So
No. When you it means that after they do the new and then add 1 and then it goes to add 2 and then they go to initial again, right? So it will not go back to the upper part. This one sequence again. It's sequence one after another.
Oh, so we must put method init lah after the remove.
So then in that case you will have something like after you have to put something here. I'm not sure about this. Every time you call init, it will go back to the if v equal to null.
Oh, faham.
It means you will have op every time. You will have op every time. Every time. Bawah ni pun ada juga. Saya tak sure apa here. So it means vector will create another one. No idea. Never think about that before. Because let me think, I will give you the answer later. How to change the diagram. Because it's all about vector. And then that vector cannot have like many times repeat in one sequence diagram. That's why it breaks. That's why Iga doesn't have this. Okay, next time kan tutorial buat sekali je lah kan. Semua orang ada. Okay, never mind. I will change this. Okay. Can we have many reference stream in what? Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can have many references. Yes, you can. Sometimes you can have 2 messages only, and then the rest is reference. Also can. Okay. I think that's all for today. Next group will join. I will have to go to the next session. Thank you very much, and see you next week on lecture. Next will be activity diagram. Okay, see you.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Welcome. Exactly the same from the previous tutorial, except you have to include the else situation. Okay, so so now what we have here is something like, okay, the customer specify an author on the search page. Okay lah, try search. Okay, search page. and then press the search button. Okay, the system validate the customer search criteria. Okay, appropriate author name input. Okay, come on lagi. Without author name input. Never mind. Okay. The system validate the customer search criteria. The system searches the catalog for books associated with the search author. So validate search criteria. So to here, and then it will check the catalog database, search book by author. Okay, and then okay, if it's okay, and then it will create search result. Do you care to explain this? The last one. Yeah, I share again. Stop network flow. Stop presenting. Anyone from group call? Why do you have search result entity after search book by author? Why do you have that? Anyone?
Because it says display search result.
Okay.
So we think search result is an entity.
Why is it not create result this one as a boundary, as a search result page? Why? Because after we search book by author through the catalog, and then we have search result, display result through the result page, and then we display the search page. I don't say this is wrong. The explanation, I do not know where do you get this answer. The explanation is something like this. Yeah, usually it's like that. Okay, like Lim's answer. It is like this. Let me explain how this answer is correct. Okay, it's just like this. If you refer to the case study, the use case, right? They are searching the book by author through catalog. Okay, that one is clear. And then once they search, when it is found, then it will display result through the search result, correct? So usually what we do last time, what I explained it to you, is instead of having this, you will have something like this, right? Search result page. Okay, where it will show the result page lah. And then after that, it will display the result back to the the result to the search page. Okay, we create the result page and then it's not create. Okay, create and then it will display result to the search page. However, okay, if you do this one is the previous explanation I informed you earlier last week. Okay. However, comms group answer is also correct. But they miss something. It's just like this. This is how it is explained through this answer. Once you go searching the information through the catalog database, then when you go for searching, what do you want is a result. So the result is the return value, right? The return, whether you get the correct book or not. You will get the book information lah. Okay. So that one, the create result, that's why it goes to create result. This create result is actually information about the book. Okay. So that information that is created, okay, the result that is created will save into another table. They call it as a search result. Okay, so once they save it into this table, and then the result will be displayed to the search result page. This one. That's why I told you I do not know where you get this answer, but you miss this. This one, this thing. Where should I put here? Display result. Okay. So once they display the result, then to the search result page, not to the search page. Okay. Because that information, you give author's name, but then what you get is a book information, right? So that book information is the result. So that value, that book information will be displayed into the search result page. We assume it's a pop-up window, for example. All right. Then after that, then it will go to the search page if you want to go to search page. But then since we already have search result page, then we don't need this lah. Because they already have search result page. For else situation, without any author name input, if there's no author's name, then what will happen is, I don't understand this. Input author's name. No, this one is more, I do not know this. I just use this one. Area. On the search page, they will display error. Okay. However, you have to remember, see, you are using synchronous. When you use this synchronous, what does it mean? It must have reply message, right? So you miss reply message here. So the reply message, you can put it here as a book info. Okay. Let me explain to you about this. I think we have discussed this in the class last week when I don't remember sometime. And then I told you that I prefer to have display page back to the customer, because this is what the end user will see at the end. Alright, but somehow it makes everything like someone say this, so many arguments. Okay, so I come to the conclusion. Alright, the display, if we go back to the boundary, whatever boundary lah you have, in this case first page, and then since the customer is the one who trigger the process, it will receive some information back regardless what kind of information. So that information is a book info. This one, it got nothing to do with interface ke, control ke, you know, it got nothing to do with amazing. It's just like, okay, I entered author's name, and then in my brain, I got new information, book details based on the author's name. I entered this now. It got nothing to do with the system. It's just information I got lah. You get me? So all the display, you can go back to the boundary plus. In this case, it's first page. Question? Is it correct if I draw the arrow to the search result page? Yes. That one. This one. Okay. Alright. So if you have no question, we go to the next one. So this one is about library assistant. Okay. So let's see what the question says. Okay. Books are written through a collection box at the library entrance, and then the library assistant key in. Okay, the library assistant. So you must use exactly the same name lah. Okay, don't use other name. Alright. So you have library assistant, and then okay, so what the library assistant do? Key in. Exactly from the question, easier, isn't it? Key in the ID of the return book of the check-in page. Okay, you got check-in page. And then the system retrieve the book detail from the database. Okay, we got a check-in process. Okay, control first to check whether the book exists or not. So it means the algorithm will go back to book, not database of the book. When you say is entity is always about database. It's always, whether your database as a database system or database as an Excel file or JSON or CSV, doesn't matter, or even Notepad. Okay, doesn't matter. So it's entity lah, and then retrieve book details. Okay, never mind, get book, same thing. And then system display the book detail and the due date of the book loan. Okay, return. So where is your return? Mana pula return? Why do you see? Oh, down there. Oh, okay. Why do you put down? But before they pay for the overdue book, they will see display. They will get display book details now. So this one should be up here, somewhere here. Okay. So it's just like this. Tak ada space lah nak change content. So okay. What I can do is oh. Apa? Oh, okay. First, you have library assistant. Second, you have check-in page. This one. Then just now you got what? Check-in. Okay, I'll go. And then after that, you got book. Okay. So now, let's see. Okay, so the first part is correct. So it's just, okay, I put like this. So it's just key in. Okay, and then after that, oh, not here. You checking, right? Oh, check in, for example. Okay, so it start from here. Okay, and then it will retrieve. You use the word retrieve just now, right? Retrieve. Okay. So my question, is it compulsory to have this? Anyone? Is it compulsory to have that bracket? Anyone wants to answer? Is it compulsory to have that bracket? This one? No, correct. Okay, so it's optional. If you use this, alright, it means that it must exist. Must, okay, exist in code. Okay, so that's why some books they just put like this. Okay, so that because they do not know what kind of method they are going to name in the program code. Alright, just that it could be check-in involve many methods. Alright, just like that lah. Okay. Then next is it will display information. Once it's retrieved, and then it will, okay, I just do like this. This one, let's say, return or detail. Okay. Show this one, something like that. And then it will display details through the check-in page, right? It's a check-in page. Okay, so since this it says also about display due date, then you can have extra. But you can argue, doctor, in the details also they already mentioned about due date, so it doesn't matter lah. That one is okay. Okay. Due date. Okay. Or maybe I put like this. Display due date, display detail. So then after that, you have a situation where, what does it say? The book is overdue, right? If the book written late and overdue fine is calculated, then this one, after they look at the display of the due date, alright, then you have this. Checking will create down. Create fine. Okay, so this one is another fine record. Okay, so once they create the fine and then save it in the fine record database, and then it will display check-in finish. Where is it? From there and then check-in finish. Oh man. Display message. Finish. Okay. And then what exactly the assistant, in what situation the assistant are now is the check-in finish. Normally, the most correct that you can have is like this. And this situation, sometimes people put it as a oh cannot lah. Turun lagi. Okay. Mana pula? This one. Oh. Return late. Question? Some do not use op, so it's still okay. So it's up to you. Okay. But in this is the situation where you use op. Op is there is when you see the due date, and then the assistant wants to check in the book, to return the book with a fine, where the customer has to pay some fine. So it's optional. It's not like if there is if it's due, if the book is due, then they have to pay the fine. It could be the process stop there. You know, there is until they know, until due date, they know the due date and they know the details, and the check-in is not happen. So this one is optional. It's option situation. It's not alternate. Okay. So if you remove the optional, okay, you can see that the assistant will key in information and then check in to the algorithm, and then the algorithm will look at the database. So if once they got the information, it will return back the details. So on the check-in page, the information will display the information about the books and also the due date. Okay, and then regardless they want to return the book or not, it will display message finished as well. You see, because it's opt. Let's say you remove the opt, they display the due date, and then they will do the display message finished. That's it. They want to finish it. Okay, and then that it means the LA, the library assistant, has done the check-in process. So it's optional. It could be the book is due, and then they want to pay the fine. Then that frame will be created. To exist in the code of check-in page. Oh, okay. There's all the method must contain in the class diagram before the calling. I don't understand. The display details and the display due date. If we talk about implementation, this display exists in the check-in page class. Do I answer your question, Moy? Not sure. All right. Okay. So this is for second. The third question is quite easy. Class diagram consists, class diagram consists all. Boundary, this control. Okay, one thing about control, sometimes your class will be like this only. Let's say checking, right? It only has check-in, for example lah. And then return. Sometimes it's just like that. There's no parameter, but it depends lah. You must have all. Book is normally it's like this lah. Book ID, author's name, right? Title, and then you also have this retrieve. It's quite complete lah. Check-in page, so check-in page is same thing, you know. It's normal. You must have all. That's why I told you class diagram it must be complicated. It looks like so many things. Okay. So next question. Yes, you must include all. You must include all. That's why in your final year project, usually you have two class diagram and ERG diagram. But then some lecturers do not like it because when you show class diagram, it means you show the database as well. But then some students, to be safe, they create both ERD and class diagram because class diagram is so messy, so many things inside the class diagram. And then check-in page, sometimes it like this. I do not show this to the other group actually. You all boleh tak baca buku ke, tengok dekat blog ke, just like this. For check-in, sometimes we make it like this only. We call it as check-in page. Sudah itu sah? Check-in page. So it will not messy. This is, we call it as the interface. This is a boundary. Boundary they got two. You can have this one, or you can have one. So I do not share you this one now. This one. So all the things, let's say you have search result. So check in, you got another search result page. So you just draw like this. So that your what you call that? Your class diagram not messy. Actually, there is a notation for interface. Okay. I think you have to ask me a lot of questions. Then it will reveal more knowledge to you. Okay. So next question is the third one. Okay. This one is quite straightforward. Most of the time you can answer this one. Let me see. Where is your answer this one? Where is your answer? It's not here. Answer tutorial. I don't have your answer. Why? Why do I miss your answer? Tutorial 8 ke? Is it this one? This one, I don't find your answer, Ko. I think today 10:30. Is it this one? Oh, yalah. Banyak je loop dia. Optional. This one correct lah. Okay. Alright, the last one is the code one. Where is your code? Okay. This one pandai pula. Where do you get this answer? Why do you have user? Answer on website. Oh, ada Oh, no wonder lah. I tak tahu. This one from the lecture. So I just okay. But do you understand how does it work? Do you understand how does it work? Of course, according to the code. So if you look at the code, it's just like start from main, right? So, okay. It start from main, but you do not consider this. Okay? Do not consider this. because program is always start from min. Okay, so we straight away go to what they declare lah. Alright, declare and everything. So you can see that it starts from run. It all has run. So when you have run, then it means that is the first thing that you got. Hilang dah. Okay, so that's why you got run over there. Okay, so from run, you know that there is a string container. If we create string container, and then in the string container, it is called by new. So you have new. And then in the string container, okay, in the run, after they create string container, they call b add 1. Okay, so this one add 1 to the string container. So once you go to add 1, so what happens is you have to go to the class string container and see that they create another class, they call it as a vector. Okay, so but before that, because you go to the string container and then you go to the function add, and then in the function add, based on ONE1, so you will go to initial function first. So after initial function, and then what's the initial function do? V equal to null v new vector. So this happened. Okay, create vector. However, previous group also come up with the good suggestion as well, because this one is a if. So do we need to have op or alternate? Right. If the v equal to null, so I mislook this one. So I will tell you later. But we just go through. Let's say there is no else situation. All right. So we go to the new create vector and then v dot add. V dot add based on s is 1. Okay. Then after that, it will go back to the driver v add 2. So repeat add 2 initial. So by run, if we go to initial, then it will go back to if v equal to null. Right. There is another one. And then it will create new vector. So do we need to have this option? So the rest is okay. Let me discuss the other lecture first. Whether we need to have how we include op and alternate inside this diagram. Any questions? In the proper modeling technique, because there is no start, you should do class diagram first or sequence diagram first. Because it's in the software development, we have to know the structure. What structure involved to develop the system? It's just like when you want to develop a house, you have to know what are the materials, the structure of the house first, before you really think about, in detail about the functions of the house. You think about it in the use case diagram, but then in detail. For example, like you may need small door for dogs, for example. Let's say the owner has dogs, right? There's small doors in the back at the house. That one is not included at the beginning. You just know that when you build a house, there must be windows, doors, whatever lah, rooftop. But the detail one is later on. So that's why sometimes in the design part, because design happen before the development. Design happen before the development. So when design happen before the development, so you develop first. Oh, it's not it's not only about sequence diagram. Wait until I show you state diagram. Then you just realize, oh, okay, we got extra more. So that's why I'm asked you to submit the sequence, not the class. Remember? It's up to the experience of the developer, the system analyst. I cannot say, oh, you must develop systems diagram first, then class diagram. So I have no idea. I cannot really answer that. But of course, as a developer, as a common developer, when you want to develop a system, you always look at the process. What's next in flow, right? So it's very close to the sequence. When you start sequence, then you can see all the classes. Then draw class diagram after that lah. But it's not necessarily the case. Okay. Any other question? Good question, Moy. We should discuss that question in my department members. Any other question? No? No, there is no definite answer. Don't worry about that. Don't worry so much. It's just like this. It cannot be too simple. That's one thing for sure. If you give me something like very simple, there must be something wrong with that. So far, Cole's answer is okay lah. There are some group give me very simple. Simple for use case. Use case you can go very simple. But when it comes to sequence diagram, how do you develop your code? Is it simple? No, right? It cannot be simple. Okay? Be more based on our understanding of scenario and the flow of the program. Yes. There is that is why last time, I do not know about you all now, because you are in the online learning. Definitely you will go to Google most of the time. Last time I hate your seniors Google about software modeling because they cannot find the answer. Different people had different perspectives. Most of the questions actually, the lecturers got it from the internet. And then some are just like the last one. See? But then if we really thoroughly go through the answer, there is a if there. So if then shouldn't we use optional or alternate? Right. That's the thing. You must show as long as you can explain the modeling is what we would like to assess you is the capability, your ability to explain, to elaborate detail about a system using some syntax, using use case syntax or using class syntax, system syntax. It's just like that. Elaborate about the system. That's why when I see some sequence diagrams very simple, it means you do not know how to elaborate. In that case, I know that this student always got stuck with the implementation. Because you cannot go into sequence is all about detail. Okay. So I think that's all for today. See you next week in lecture class. So we are going to learn new diagram, activity diagram, more or less like sequence, different syntax, that's all. Okay. See you then, bye. You're welcome.